Hello. Today I am going to show teachers the new features on Google Classroom. I am not going to focus on student sign up. This is mainly going to be about the new features. So if you need help with student sign up, you'd have to visit a separate tutorial. So on the screen right now, I'm on my sixth period's English 1. They have a page. They're doing some research right now. And as you can see, I actually gave an assignment today with their outline for the research paper. As you can see, I have a Google Doc. If I click on it, it actually links to the page that I created, their outline. But the neat thing is, right here, each student will get a copy. There are some really neat features when you create assignments on Google Classroom. And one of them is there is no problem making sure that a student has the document you need, because in an assignment you can make sure they each get their own copy. I want to go explore a little more of my posts here. I have a lot of assignments because I've been doing a lot of research, but I also use this as an organizer, a checklist of activities in my classroom that are due. This really helps students who are absent, and it helps keep students organized, and it helps me stay organized. For instance, about a week ago, Wednesday and Thursday, we were doing rotations, and while I was meeting with small groups about their paper, they had different lessons to do. I had created an ed puzzle to flip the classroom and teach them while I was with another group. They had other responsibilities that were due, and all the resources were in one place. So that is an added benefit to Google Classroom. Also, it helps keep us organized because I can post things, then I can add things, and I can have comments made. It's really handy. I also posted a test on here. I created the test in Google Sheets, and I posted the link on Google Classroom. So I'm not having to email out some really long web address. Everything is centralized in one place. But the best thing about Google Classroom, this little button down here on the bottom right hand corner, the plus sign. If you click it, there are some really neat new options that they added just a month or two ago. The first one has always been there. That's create an announcement. Announcements are exactly what this is, and it actually labels each. The next thing would be create an assignment. If you click it, you put your title here. You can put a description. I often put directions right here. You can change the due date. You can even put an exact time. The neat thing about this is that you can attach a file from your computer. You can click here and go right into your Google Drive. You can attach a video, or if you have a website that you need your students to go to, you can click on add link. And they're so convenient. Google has thought of everything. You can click here and select any class. So that means you can build one assignment but share it so it appears on multiple classrooms home pages. Another option here, you can plan as you go, or you can hit assign right away. I want to show you a neat feature about giving them each their own copy. So I'm just going to randomly go into my documents on my Google Drive. I'm going to open up that outline that I used earlier, and I'm going to put directions title. Then this option on the right side is what I was referring to. You can see the document is attached here, but there are different options. Maybe you want the students to just view a file and read something, or maybe you want it to be collaborative online. Maybe they're leaving you notes and then you leave notes back. You can select that they can edit, or you can make a copy for each student. I do want to clarify that if you do students can edit file, that means that they will all be working on the same file together. So if you are going to do that, I would suggest using the small group feature and making it a smaller amount of students contributing to one document. The best feature that I use all of the time is make a copy for each student. When you do this and when you go ahead and assign, it actually puts their name on the file name, so that way no matter what, it will always appear and they cannot lose the document. Also, when they go in to view their assignment, it's already attached. So they just click on the link, they edit the document, and it's already attached. All they have to do is hit turn in. So long gone are the days of deleting files and losing them because it's already stuck right with the assignment it belongs with. So as you can tell, I'm pretty excited about that. The next really neat feature, create a question. If you click on this, you can pose a discussion question. And you can give some directions here. I'm just going to put some gibberish there. And you can hit ask. Now, there's some important options. Do you want your students to see and to be able to reply to each other's posts right away? Also, do you want them to be able to edit their answers? These are all based on whatever content you are using on Google Classroom and what the purpose is. I personally would recommend unchecking this and having the students send their responses, and then if you want them to respond, have that be the next day after you've had a chance to review all of the responses. But it really is up to you. You could also do this live and have it projected on the screen, or you can do this in a small group. It really has endless possibilities. This is also a great option to use as a exit ticket. It's really simple. If you just hit ask and you post it, there it is, question number 1, and I already have track of who's done what. I can also comment as well. The last feature on the home screen is reuse a post. This is wonderful. This means that if you have a weekly thing that you would like to post, you can go to reuse, and it goes to the classroom, and then you can go within that and find all of the posts that you've made, and you can click it and you can actually repost it. You can decide if you want the attachments there or not. I've used this when I was starting the research process. I have my students fill out a form every week to let me know where they're at, a little survey. I just kept reposting it. I didn't have to go in and retype a post every time. So it's a really neat option. One of the last key features I want to point out, and this is probably was my number one complaint about Google Classroom, but they fixed it and it's wonderful. See how I have a few posts within about 2 days? This is really easy for posts to get lost in the shuffle. But with this new feature, when you click on the 3 dots, you can choose to move a post to the top. So if I move this to the top, now it's not lost in the shuffle. So if there's something you really want to be the focus, this feature is going to change your world. Those are the basic updates to Google Classroom. I hope you find them helpful. I will tell you that it really has helped me stay organized in the classroom, and I know that it has helped my students be organized, especially those who have missed class or have fallen behind. I can just send them to Google Classroom, tell them to go to a specific date, and there is the responsibilities of their coursework right there. And actually, one more thing I want to point out, this is a great resource to tell parents about. I've had parents say, where can I find my students' work? Where can I find what is due in class? I tell them to have their child sit down with them and log into Google Classroom, and then they can sit and discuss their missing work. That has been a huge help in having parents be advocates at home for my students.